by adding or removing resistances from infinity doesn't make any difference. That is true. That is true. But here my approach is that whatever resistance between AB, same resistance will be between CD. Thing only, yes, right. Because if we add few resistances or few we subtract, then there will not be any difference. It will still be same network only. So what is the effective resistance now? This is R, this is R. And I have told you one tip. So what tip I have given you? That we can take R as R, we can take as 1. At last we can multiply by R to get the answer. R we will, even if it is not given as 1, we will assume it to be 1 ohm, just for ease of calculations. Then we get X into 1 upon X plus 1 plus 1 is equal to X again. Because the equivalent resistance between A, B is these two in parallel with this one in series. X parallel to R and in series with R. This we are, this is the equivalent, and that is again equal to X. Okay. Then we are getting one equation, X plus X
square
plus
minus X minus 1 equal to 0.
X square minus X
minus X
plus 1.
Minus 1, sir.
Minus 1,
equal
sir.
to 0.
So X is equal to 1 plus or minus under root
5 by 2. Root 5 by 2, sir.
Now, negative part we have to ignore because resistance cannot be negative. Resistance has to be positive only.
So root 5 plus 1.
Positive, yes, sorry,
Sir,
root 5 plus 1.
plus 1.
So what is the answer then? Just multiply that R which we had removed in the beginning. We have taken R to be 1, but it is actually R. So at last we can again multiply back by R. And get the answer.
Sir.
Yes. Yes.
If we take the CD points at next resistance, we can get same answer, sir.
Yes, definitely. Definitely. If I take CD points here, then again we will get the same answer. Okay.
Okay, sir.
You can try it. That will make you understand the things better. Try doing that also. Now, another network. Another example. If below also we are taking, will there any change? Just
No, sir.
as we have done before, same way only. Procedure will remain same. Answer will be different, obviously, but procedure will remain same. So this type of questions can be asked. Or maybe if it is R, and it is 2R, 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 and it is 3R, 3R, 3R. Again, same only. Procedure is again same. Just equations will become different, but procedure will remain same. Here also what we will do? We will take 1, 3 and 2, and here we will take it as X. 1, 3, 2. So 3 parallel with X and in series with 2 plus 1.
3x. X plus 3 minus 3.
This total will be the 3 parallel with X is 3x upon 3 plus X plus 3 is X again.
X.
So we can get what is the value of X. Same way we can do, right? I'm just leaving it now because it is exactly same procedure. No difference at all. You can get it yourself. Some different variety we can try. This one we can try. Can you tell now what is the equivalent resistance between A and B? One more thing I would like to say here. Sometimes you may find the beginning resistance to be given somewhat different, like all are R, but in beginning they may have given here one more R, like this. Would you be able to get the answer for that question also?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
How to get?
Yes, sir.
Just understand, this resistance will not break any symmetry. Means it will break the symmetry, that is true, but it will not make the things complicated, because if we are able to determine this, then this is just acting in series with that.
Yes, sir, we can add that.
So the beginning few resistors, even if they are
different,
different, even if they are given to be different, that will not create any problem. What about this one now? How to do this one? We can apply here symmetry also.
Yes, sir, symmetry.
Mirror, if I place here,
Nodes we can take to be at same potential.
plus, minus, then all the nodes are at
Same potential.
potential.
We can remove that middle resistance.
So therefore easily we can remove them.
Yes,
So
sir.
sometimes to make things look complicated, they may give here R, 3R, 2R, which is not even in proper order. R, 3R, 2R. Would that make a difference?
Yes,
No.
sir.
Why? Because
It
otherwise
is
also
lying
we are
on the
going
mirror
to,
only.
yes, these are lying on the mirror. So the resistances which are lie on the mirror,
Doesn't depend
even if
value.
they don't follow any particular pattern, that will still not make the things complicated. Still the things will be easy. And they may give the upper ones as R. This one they may give as 2R, 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 2R. And this is R, this is 2R, R, 2R, R, 2R. Will make the things complicated? No. And see, symmetry still holds,
symmetry,
because
sir. Ratio is
1:2 ratio. Every year 1:2 ratio. And these need not be in proper ratio, no problem, if these are not in ratio. So this we can still do. What will be the answer finally? Let us say this is the effective R. We have to remove the middle, this middle one, because they are on the mirrors. Nodes on mirror, in this case, nodes on mirror are at
same potential.
same potential.
Yes, sir.
Why it happens? If somebody has not listened to the previous class, then it comes from there only. We have discussed it already. Nodes on the mirror are at same potential. I have told you, one of the either object node or image node will be at same potential. But here object and image nodes are at different potentials. One is high, one is low. Then definitely the nodes which are on the mirror are at same potential. If we keep this idea in mind, then next.
Answer is 3 into root 5 minus 1 by 2.
This is x 1, 1, 2, 2. So we will be getting x in parallel with 3 and plus 3. That is again equal to x.
Yes, sir. We get 3 into root 5 minus 1 by 2.
So we are getting 3x upon x plus 3 plus
3
is equal to x minus 3, we can write. is equal to x minus 3.
So x square minus 3
Then
x
we can
minus
add
9 equal to
3x is
0.
equal to x square minus 9, or we are getting x square minus 3x minus 9 is equal to 0. So
3
we are
plus
getting
X
3 plus
equal
or
to
minus 4 root 2. 3 plus or minus root 45 by 2. Root 45,
Oh,
sir. Root
root
45. 45.
3 root 5, sir. We can write it as 3
3
plus
root
5 by 2. 3 plus or minus.
minus we have to ignore
Yes, sir. 3 plus 3 root 5
because resistance has to be positive.
Positive.
And at last we can multiply back by r.
Ah.
Oh, this is answer. Let us take another problem. This time I will take not a simple all resistance is equal, but I will increase the resistances. I will start with let us take R, 2R, 2R. Then 4R, 4R, 8R, 8R. Can we do it now? How to find out now? Again, simple way only. I will take let the total resistance be X for as seen from here. Then what would be the resistance as seen from the CD points? CD points. These are A, B points. What would be the resistance as seen from CD?
Into 2 times.
Yes, you understood it right. R. Then from CD, it will appear to be
X.
2x. If from here it is x, then we get it as R as I do always. R I will take as 1 unit. Then I will be getting 2x parallel with 1 in series with 1 is equal to x back. Two x upon 2x plus 1 is equal to x again. So we are getting it as, has it real roots or not?
The real
2x plus 2x plus 1 is equal to 2x square plus x. So we get 2x square
minus 3x
minus 1 is equal to 0.
x
But
equal to
finally,
3 plus root 17
root
by
17 divided by
4.
4. So minus we have to ignore as usual. 3 plus root 17 divided by 4 into r ohm. That is x. Finally, let us take one more example. This one, let us say between A and B. Can you get it? Between A and B, all resistances are equal.
F side
Yes, sir.
then parallel.
Understand one thing here.
I think expect
Whatever this side is X,
Yes, sir.
and this side is also X.
That's it.
We will find these both
This here
sides. Then I will
parallel.
write this finally as
X plus X to X.
this is R, this is X, and
X.
this is also X. A, B.
Yes.
So X, we know how to determine that procedure, you know already. X will be nothing but like this. This is X, this is also X. These are R, R, R. Okay. So once we are able to determine X from this, we will put these values here, X and X parallel, and also parallel with one middle
R.
resistance also will be there, R. That will also be there, extra. We are getting for this also. I am leaving it now. One more thing I can do. I can take the entire network like this. Wait a second. And I can paste it here. Maybe let me change the color so that again one more resistance I have placed. More network. Just identical network only. And then I'm joining these together to form several such squares. What would it do? Can you get the answer now? Between A and B.
Sir, symmetry applied.
Now it is nothing but again this entire structure we have connected again in parallel, once more in parallel. So whatever resistance I had obtained last time, this resistance will be half of that.
Backside one is there, sir.
Yes, backside one more will appear like this. So it will become half of that, because this will be this entire structure in parallel with identical entire structure. These are all connected like this. So all these corresponding points here, we are having identical points only. Okay. And
Yes,
if I connect in between some resistances also, what difference that would make? Let us check once. Would it make any difference?
Yes, sir.
If I connect some resistances here like this way, horizontally, these red resistances are all horizontal resistances connected between two vertical networks. Except I think in the middle one, I don't need to connect. There it is just connected directly by conducting wires. Understand, these resistances are not going to break any symmetry. Reason is, if I take a mirror here, then this mirror will cast the image of the objects on, and the object and the image nodes will come out to be at same potential. Why object and image nodes will come out to be at same potential? Observe it here. Plus and minus are lying on the mirror. Positive and negative are lying on the mirror. Object and the then it means when the nodes on the mirror are not at same potential, then object and the corresponding image nodes will be at same potential. And if they are at same potential, then these resistances which are connected in between, these all can be safely removed. Is that clear? These all can be removed. These
Sir,
ones. Yes.
So doubts.
Yes,
Before
ask.
this network you have taken equivalent network, sir. This one
Uh-huh.
below one AB. You are getting answer as 0, sir.
Which answer you are getting 0?
At a equivalent network.
Let me check once. Let me check.
Equivalent resistance, sir.
X parallel with 1 in series with 2 is equal to X again. So X upon X plus 1 plus 2 is equal to X. We are getting X is equal to X minus 2 into X plus 1. I don't think we will get that. X
So
square
this one,
minus
sir.
Minus
AB,
X
sir.
plus minus 2.
which one?
Left side.
Left side.
Left
that
side?
diagram.
You are completely misunderstanding. I don't know what you are
That's
thinking.
same.
What is difference in left side and right side? This only is one part of this. This is one part of this. From here we will get X, and from here we will get that same X.
Parallel.
Okay, understood.
Symmetric circuits. both.
What were you thinking until now? I don't know.
Sorry.
X square minus X
Minus
and
2.
plus
X square
2
minus 2x plus minus
Minus 2, sir.
Minus 2,
sir.
sir.
Minus 2.
Minus
2, sir.
minus 2. Yes, right. Minus 2
Plus or minus root
is
1 by
equal to
2,
0.
sir. Yes, sir.
So we are getting X is equal to what?
2 plus or minus root
2
1 by
plus
2.
2 plus
12
1 plus root 3 by 2, sir.
by 2. 1 plus root 3.
1 plus root 3 by, or 1 plus root 3.
1 plus root 3 into R. We will take at last into R.
Sir.
This is X. This X I have to put here and here. Means then these two are in parallel. Then I will be getting X by 2 in parallel with R. That will be the final answer. X by 2 in parallel with R. But now, if I connect similar network backside also, even though there are these red resistances connected, but these red resistances will not play any role because these red resistances are connected between points at
Potential.
same potential.
Yes, sir.
These red resistances are connected between the points at the same potential. So
Second remote.
these won't play any role.
More.
Okay. This will not play any role.
R by root 3 coming, sir.
At last, by of which part? Means
Complete,
this complete 4. Let us check once what we are getting.
Yes, sir. R by
X.
root 3 on this.
X by
R
2,
by root 3.
1 plus root 3 by 2 in parallel with the 1. In parallel with 1 means into 1 upon 1 plus root 3 by 2 plus 1. This we are getting, and similarly we are getting this in only backside also. So half of this will be the answer. Net resistance will be half of this. Then we are getting it as 1 plus root 3 upon 1 plus root 3 cancels. No, 1 plus root 3 plus 2.
3 we can take common also.
3 plus root 3
1 by 2.
and 1 by 2.
Yes. 1 by 2 root 3 R.
1 by 1 by 2
2
root 3 ohms, which I can write as finally R by 2 root 3, because we know at last R by
R equals
2
to
root 3 ohm. Answer. That is answer. That is the net resistance.
So why you didn't into 1 by 2?
Why I made 1 by 2? It is your, I don't know which one you were solving. There is this network and there is identical backside also. I'm solving
Two
the
are in
final
parallel,
network. Which I know.
Parallel, sir. So should they would
These are in parallel, yes. This front one and the backside one are in parallel. Okay. Next. more example I would like to take now. There are some good questions in Pathfinder. I will take from Pathfinder as well afterwards. Just let me take one more here, then after that Pathfinder. A, B, sorry, middle one is B and this one is C. Goes up to infinity as usual. All resistances are equal to R ohm. Find out the equivalent resistance between A and B. Resistance between A and B. But wait a second, I think I could not do it easily without taking one theorem. First I will take that, then I will come to this question again. I have taken two network theorems. Which ones I have taken already? Thevenin's theorem. You already know about Thevenin's and Norton's theorem. And also maximum power transfer theorem. You know about these theorems, right? Or not?
Norton's theorem when did you take?
Huh?
Norton's theorem.
These theorems we have taken. I have taken on Saturday. I have taken maximum power transfer theorem. I have taken before Saturday, but the remaining two I have taken on Saturday itself. Okay. So you better revise if you are not. Better go through that if you are not seen before. You can go through the YouTube lecture.
Not present on it.
This is maximum power transfer theorem. Already I explained that power transfer will be maximum when the resistance of internal resistance of
This one
match
had
with
his answer. It was taken
external
before.
resistance.
R
This is
tends
already
to-
discussed. This is already discussed. And
Norton's theorem is only left.
But
Norton's
David
theorem
is-
that also I had discussed.
Tell the statement of it.
Wait a second. I'll show you the statement. These are the network theorems. If you want, I can statements we can see from this. Thevenin's theorem. Any two terminals DC network can be replaced by an equivalent consisting solely of a voltage source and a series resistor. Any network can be replaced by this. Just
battery and resistance.
battery and one
And one
resistance in
resistor.
series. Even if we have a very complicated network also, we can replace it by simplify it to one battery and one resistance. That is Thevenin's theorem.
Formula given on that.
For example, they are giving some examples here how we can replace. But don't go through this, you will get unnecessarily confused. Just go through the lecture which I have already posted in the YouTube. You may not have seen that. Go through that and you will understand it very easily. You don't have to read so many details for this. Then Norton's theorem. In Norton's theorem, we can replace the entire network by current source and a resistance in parallel. Norton's resistance in parallel. And there's a relation between Thevenin's resistance and this Norton's resistance. These are equal actually. This resistance is equal to the Thevenin's resistance.
Source means it's not a battery.
Current source is different thing, not a battery. That is something which always carries same current, irrespective of whatever resistance may be connected in series to it. It will always carry the same current, but voltage across it may change. That is what we mean by current source. Maximum power transfer theorem we have done already. One is superposition theorem. This we need now to solve that. This is Thevenin's theorem. This handout is simple. I think I can give it to you. You can see from this also. This is comparatively simpler as compared to the last one. Anyway, I will tell you two theorems here. Where was that? Thevenin's theorem and Norton's theorem. This, no, sorry, not these. These already discussed. Now I will start with one is theorem of reciprocity. This theorem is valid only and only if there is just one voltage source. Valid only when there is just one voltage source, not many voltage sources. A, B, are two terminals here, and in between those two, current is I. These are some resistances R1, R2, R3, R4, R5. This is any network which may not be balanced Wheatstone bridge. It may be any unbalanced Wheatstone bridge also, or it may be any other network. So this theorem says that if I have a source of EMF E kept in some branch denoted by let us say CD, and in another branch denoted by AB, the current carrying is I. What is the current here? I. And here EMF E is connected. Then according to this theorem, if I replace this A to B, means I interchange. In A to B, I keep the battery. Then in C to D,
Same current is passed.
same current will flow. Yes, exactly right. If I keep the battery here, then same current will flow. What will be the direction of current? That depends on how you are keeping the battery. Here current was going downwards, and I am also pointing the positive part of the EMF battery downwards. Means I am keeping them in same direction. Then here it is EMF. Then here also the current will be in the same direction, because I am keeping the battery in the same direction as the current was going. So the current will be coming in the same direction as the battery was placed. Direction of battery means if it is negative to positive, I am taking direction, then here also current will go from negative to positive. This is theorem of reciprocity. It is very interesting that we can replace the current. If we replace the battery in and we keep it in another branch, then the current goes to the branch where battery was in the first place. It always happens like that. This is theorem of reciprocity, valid only for there should be only one battery, and there should not be multiple batteries. Only one battery is there, then only it is valid. Okay.
So the current can be taken in any resistance. Right?
Any number of resistances, that doesn't make a difference, and it can be changed in any branch. If I put it in this branch, then the current of this branch will go here. That is interesting thing. Network containing only one voltage source.
Why it happens like this? Why it happens so?
Why it happens? I will tell its proof maybe, but first let me finish a few problems. I can take its proof later on, right? Proof I'm not giving. The Thevenin's theorem also I only stated. I have not given the proof, because proofs are not even required also actually for your level actually. But if you want, I can take proof for some of these theorems. Okay. But first let me do the more important part, which is we should be able to use it to solve some problems. Okay, that is more important. Although it is also highly unlikely that they may ask a question based on these theorems, but sometimes it is possible in advance they may ask such questions which are based on the one of these theorems.
Sir,
Yes.
sir, can we keep battery above the resistor? Sir?
That would obviously not make a difference. In the same branch, I can shift it in. In the same branch, I can shift it any. But why should we do that? Because the theorem, it will be confusing. Then you may start putting it somewhere else also. Then you will get wrong idea from that, right? We can put it in the same branch anywhere. It will be same thing. Wherever you keep it, if you keep it here, what does the theorem says? The theorem says that if I keep it here, then the current of this will go to this side. But current in the same branch was same everywhere, so it will not make any difference, obviously.
Sir.
Okay. Next, which I will be using in this problem, which I had left before. That theorem is superposition theorem. Superposition theorem, very simple and interesting theorem. It says that if I have, let us say, multiple voltage sources, one voltage source here, another here, or it may be 3, 4, many voltage sources will be there. Let us say if I ask you what is the current flowing in this branch, what it states that the current will be the sum of currents separately due to I1, due to E1 and due to E2. Means I will take one battery at a time. I will take one battery at a time, and I will get the current due to that, and then I will get the current due to the other, and the net current will be here, sum of these two. But you should understand what I1 and I2 means here. These may be R1, R2, R3. That doesn't matter.
I1 is given by R1 plus R3.
R1, R2. It is even. E2 is not connected. But when it is not connected, it does not mean it is open circuit. When it is not connected, we should replace it by a conducting wire.
Yes, sir.
Similarly, when E1 is not connected, we should replace it by a conducting wire. That part you have to remember. Don't start replacing it by open circuit. You have to replace it by a conducting wire. And then R1 and R2 and R3. In one case, let us say the current carrying here, it was carrying as I1 in first case, and in second case, it is carrying now I2 when E2 is there only and when only E1 is there. And when both will be there, then what it would carry?
I1 plus
I1 plus I1 plus I2. And this thing is valid not only for R3, it is valid for any of this. I can say what is current in this. Let us say it is I1 in one case and I2 in the other case. Then what will be the net current? I1 plus I2. This thing will be valid for any resistance or any branch here. Sometimes it may happen that this may send the current in this direction, I1. But the E2 will be sending in opposite direction, let us say I2. Then here net current will be obviously I1 minus I2. So while we are superimposing, we have to take care of direction. If directions are same, then they will be adding up. If directions are opposite, then we have to subtract the currents. Okay, and it is valid as many batteries you can take. You can take as many batteries. We have to just keep on adding I1, I2, I3, and so on.
So that means for one battery, when we are finding, we need to remaining all batteries.
Yes, one at a time. One at a time we will take. Okay. But if they have given, for example, let us say one thing. Let us say due to E1 and E2, I am giving you here current is 7 ampere, let us say, already given. What is it? 7 ampere due to both of these. And after that, I am making a change in the circuit. And I am bringing extra battery of EMF. Then you don't need to worry about what E1 was, what
Yes,
E2
sir.
was.
Only
As long as you know 7, then only
Yes.
what I will do, I will take due to E, and
can
I will
add
see
that.
what is the impact of E. Separate impacts. It will have its own response. Okay. So let us say it is creating here current 2 amperes. It is creating here current as 2 amperes when only E is connected. Then I know already there was 7. It is creating 2. 7 plus 2 will become 9. Okay. That is what it means. So should we use it anytime to solve the networks? No, never. Because it will be very wastage of, it will be much wastage of time. For example, let us say if I want to solve this network, what I will need to do? My usual method is I will take here as, and here I will take V. How many equations I need to solve it? Just one equation and I will get the answer. On the other hand, here I need 2 separate circuits to solve. And if there are 3 batteries or 4 batteries, then I will need 3 or 4 separate circuits to solve. Means it is interesting to see the result, but it is not useful to solve the network. Network we will solve by taking all in the same place rather than all different, and then because it will be increasing our burden. A single question will be here. A single question is equivalent to 2 different questions. So 2 different questions will take double the time. Why should we do that, right? We will solve a single problem directly. But it is convenient in some places while they do such things, like they are saying E1 and E2 are there and we don't know what are those values, but we know what is the current due to these here, that is 7 ampere. And what we did now, we connected additional battery of some voltage 2 volt, and now you what is the current due to that total, due to total. For that purpose it will be convenient for such purpose to answer such questions. Okay, and it may be convenient in the case which I wanted to take here, and because of that I made this digression. What was that question? That question is missing now.
Below, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, this was the question, right?
Did you see?
This was the only question. That let me shift it from here. Find the equivalent resistance between A and B. Now it will be very easy to do it by principle of superposition. What I will do here, I will assume that I am connecting a battery here like this.
I think if between AB and B, due to AB and B, it's the same current will produce.
What current it will make it flow? It will make it make some current. We don't know what current it will make flow, but wait a second. Let us connect one more battery here. Not this way. Instead of that, I will connect it negative here, positive here. It will send current I. It will send current I by symmetry. And what current it will take out? 2I. Is that right or not?
Yes, sir.
And next time, I will now send the current. I will connect some other battery directly between A and C, which is capable of sending current I from A and it will take I from C back. So I don't know what is this battery. I don't care. But I'm getting a situation where I'm sending I current, taking 2I. Here I, and taking 2I. And here I'm sending I, and here I'm getting I back. I could have achieved this thing by connecting current sources. I don't need to connect the voltage source only. I can connect directly here current source. I can say here current source is of I, and here I can say here we have two current sources. This is this side, this is say I and I each. Superposition theorem says that if I connect all these together, then what situation we will be getting? If I connect both of these together, then I will be getting resultant of currents. Means what was it here? I, and here it is 2I, which will now make this is also I plus I will make it as 2I. This was zero current here in B. We are not taking anything out of it, but it is 2I. So it is sending 2I from A and it is taking 2I from B. That is the situation now when both are taken together, 2I from here and 2I from here. Now we already know what is the equivalent resistance in this situation. Do we know or not? What is the equivalent resistance in this situation? We can tell easily because such question we have done before also, I think so.
We can remove the middle resistance.
Yes, we can remove the middle wire completely and we will be getting R and here 2R. R and here 2R and so on. We can get this resistance easily. This part can be done. Next, can we get this one also? This is not same. It is different.
Between
From the error, it will become habit to
If I send current I here and I here, here it is coming out to be 2I. Can we determine that current if I give you the voltage here, V and V? Can you determine that current or not? Or if current is given, can you determine the corresponding voltages between A and B? Here what I can do, this current is coming from here and going this side, right? And from here also it is coming and going this side. So I can just split the middle branch, which is carrying R and R each. I can split it into, each R will be split into 2R in parallel with 2R. I will tell you why I am doing that. 2R here, 2R here. Then I will assume that this upper network is separate and the lower network is separate. Upper network contains here 2R, 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 and so on. And lower also contains 2R, 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 so on. So this 2I which is coming, this is coming
distribute into I
as
and I.
I separately from above and I separately from below. So I can split this network into two parts. That is the advantage of doing this.
Then we can
And
find
we know
potential
what will be the, yes, then we can find out the potential difference here. Once I know the potential difference, I can find out what is the equivalent resistance for this part, because current is I. Or if potential difference is given, I can get current. If I is given, I can get the potential difference. This thing we can do separate.
Last మొత్తం ఒక టైం టేబుల్ ఇప్పుడు ఒక టైం టేబుల్
Nilkanta, if somebody is doing it again and again, you just remove them. Who is doing it again and again? I don't know.
I have joined from other one, so can you make me co-host again?
Okay, wait, let me make the post. Can you raise your hand once? Okay. So let us now solve it. What I will do in this case, I will remove the lower ones. And I will take I will assume that this resistance is split into 2R and 2R in parallel. Then these are now 2R, 2R, and these are R, 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 R. And here I am sending the current I separately and coming back as I. This is what I can think. Voltage is V here, let us. What do we get now? We are getting it as our normal method is one, 2 in parallel with Not like this. Wait a second. Sorry. Not this way. Here we start with 1, 1 and 2. 2, 1, 1. And here it is x. And here
Total
this
will be
whole is
X,
also
sir.
x. This whole is also x. Because here I have to keep, this is our A, B, let us say. But this one will be our CD here. CD will be before that. CD will include this vertical R resistance also. This will be CD. So then we are getting it as x in series with 1 and 2. X plus 3 in parallel with
1 by
1 is equal to x again. So we are getting x plus 3 into 1 upon
x plus 4.
x plus 3 plus 1 is equal to x. What do we get? Just solve it once and tell me the result only. I want to hear the result directly. You do the solution yourself.
Root 21 minus
Root
3.
21 minus 3 by 2, sir.
X is coming out to be 21
Root 21 minus 3 by 2.
minus 3 divided by 2. That is x. Is it positive? Yes, positive only.
Most of it.
This is x value. We are getting the net resistance now. No need to take R. I will first solve this completely. Then at last we can take R. I am assuming R to be 1 ohm only. Let R be equal to 1 ohm. Now, voltage we can get if I is given or if V is given, we can get I. Next, this part. We are sending current I and taking back current I. Now you tell, what is it? In this R. Here, the middle one we can just remove, right?
Yes, sir.
If I remove this middle one, then we are getting it as
211x is in
2,
X plus 2.
1, 1 and x again. What is that finally? X plus 2 in parallel with 2 is equal to x again.
Yes, sir.
Just tell me what is that finally. X plus 2 into 2 upon x plus 4 is equal to x.
Root 5 minus 2. Root 5 minus 1, sir.
Plus or minus root 5 minus 1.
It's equal to root 5 minus 1.
Root 5 minus 1.
Yes, sir.
Root 5 minus
Minus 1.
1.
Root 5 minus.
That is x. So we are getting x from here, and then we can say that if what would be the battery here which we have connecting, which is giving us this.
Root 5 minus 1 into
Root 5 minus 1 into
I.
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 Yes, right. Now, can we determine by superposition theorem the currents here? Those will be 2I and 2I, right? By superposition theorem. And what would be the battery? How the batteries are connected here?
And DC.
This current is I. Coming back to I. If I add these current sources together, let's say these were current sources only. This is I to I, and this is becoming right. This is R here. So what current it carries? I, and it is coming out to be 2I. I2I. If I give it a reference here, let's say 0 volt. What will be voltage here? We will know this is V, this is also V. And next time, this is reference 0. This is here. Let us say V dash. This is reference here 0. Then we are getting this one as V dash. And this one will be minus V dash. What will be the net potential here by taking both of these together? Here it is V potential, it is V. But now here it is V dash minus V dash. If I add these two together, then I will be getting here potential, new potential as V dash plus V. V dash plus V, I will be getting potential. What is V dash itself? And what is V itself? V potential was equal to I into R. You know, V is equal to I into R or not? Observe this loop here. In this loop,
Yes, sir.
in this loop, V is equal to I into R. So I can write V is equal to I into R. That is the potential V.
R effective.
This B I am taking as reference here. B is 0. So as compared to B, this is that potential V. So I can write in this small loop only, I can write the equation and I can say, no, wait a second, there's a problem. It is not I. What current it carries here? The total current is I,
Right.
and total resistance is X. Total resistance was X. So I can say it is not I into R, it is I into X.
R effective, sir. X.
I into X it is. That is V, or it is I into root 21 minus 3 by 2. That is V. What is V dash similarly? Similarly, V dash will be equal to now.
I into
This current is I here. And it is minus I. Do I know what current goes this side? If I can't tell what current goes this side, then I cannot determine this potential V dash. I want to determine what is the current going this. Or I can do one thing here. I know total potential difference. Then it will be half of that, obviously. 50%, right? If total potential difference will be I into total X value for this which we have got. What was that? That was root 5 minus 1. So I into root 5 minus 1 divided by 2, it is half of that. We can say by symmetry, potential drop here and potential drop here will be equal. So it is half of that. So we know V dash also. Now what is sum of these two? V dash plus V. V dash plus V is coming out to be V dash plus V is equal to I into root 5 minus 1 plus
I into root 21 minus 3 by 2, sir.
I into
root 21 minus 3 by 2.
Root 21 minus 3 divided by 2. That is the net potential. Let its resistance be what you want to call its resistance. Let its resistance be R net. So I can say this is also equal to 2I into R net. That is equal to I into root
into R we can write, sir, and all.
Root 5 minus 1 plus root 21 minus 3 divided by 2. This is equal to 2I into R net. So R net is coming out to be equal to root 5 minus 1
Root 5 minus 1 by 2.
plus root 21 minus 3 divided by 2
Whole
whole
by
divided
2.
by 2. So what we get finally? Root 5
Root
minus
5
1 by
minus 1
2
by 2.
plus
20 minus 3
root
by 4.
21 minus 3 divided by 4. That is finally R net. This is what we are getting by superposition theorem, because it is really not easy to determine directly what is the resistance of this network between AB. Why? Because between AB, I can't remove these resistances, and it is not even a symmetric circuit. I can't use the those method of like taking X and taking again X. That also I cannot do. This is creating a lot of disturbance here. So we could do it only easily by this method. First sending current I, taking back current I. Okay, from this, and then next time sending current I and taking back current I, and then adding these two, and then adding these two separately. Then we are getting it easily at last.
Some doubts
Yes, ask.
in the second one, sir. Second diagram.
Second diagram is on this diagram.
Yes, sir. You said it will be half of the potential answer from A to B.
Total potential difference. Here it is V dash, here it is minus V dash. What is the total potential difference? 2V dash.
2B dash. Then we can take IR by 2 now, sir.
IR by 2. That I can't understand how you can take IR by 2. What is R first of all? Which R? This R or which R?
Equivalent resistance.
Total equivalent resistance.
Yes, sir.
That is what I have taken. What else I have taken? That is what I have taken. I into total equivalent resistance is root 5 minus 1. I into root 5 minus 1 by 2.
Here I dash V dash by 2 na, sir. But in the third one you have did not take 2. When V dash plus V.
Oh, V dash is total is not V dash. Total is 2V dash here. Total is not V dash. Total is 2V dash.
In second diagram, correct, sir. Third diagram,
Third diagram, sir. Here V dash you have taken by 2. You did not take, sir.
by 2, sir. Yes, sir.
Root 5 minus 1.
Why would I
into
take by
root 5
2?
minus 1 by 2.
I into
V dash.
yes, I got your point. I got your point. Sorry, my mistake. Yes, I could have here. I should have taken by 2. Then I should have taken by 2. Then I should have taken by
4, sir.
4. Correct. That was mistake. By 4, because V dash itself was I into root 5 minus 1 by 2. Correct only. Right. This is the answer then. And actual answer will be this multiplied by R, which we cannot multiply at last.
Small r.
Small r can be multiplied with this. So it is really complicated. And as you can see by the answer that we have obtained at last, how complicated this answer is. This was a complicated network. Okay. There is one other infinite network, which is a common question given in many books, in Irodov or in other books also. Let us take a giant network containing infinite. A complete grid I will take here. Complete grid. Now let us say this is A and this is B. Each part has network resistance small r. Each small part in this has resistance small r. We have to find net resistance between A and B, or what is the current flowing if the battery of B volt is connected across AB. That you can think, or you can say what is the net resistance between AB.
All the sides were infinity, no, sir?
All this network keeps on going up to infinity like this only. It never ends. So to answer this question, what I will do again, I will take a current source which gives current of I. What current it gives? I. And that current will divide equally. At a time one I am taking. At a time one only. I'm not connecting to B to any current source. Only A is there, and A is carrying current I. B is not. B is not existing. Let us say at a time one only I will take. Next time I will take only B. Yes, you are right. It will split equally because
of same resistance.
Symmetry.
Symmetry.
by symmetry we can say it will split equally. Now, not to A, but only from B, we are taking current I out. We are taking current I out. Okay. So this current which is entering into it, it will spread equally in all four directions. Similarly, it will also come equally back from all directions. I by 4, I by 4, I by 4, I by 4. Here it is going I by 4, I by 4, I by 4, I by 4. If I join both of these together in same diagram, what do we get then? Then we get one current giving I and one taking I back. But the middle branch will take what current now?
0, no current. I by 4, I by 4.
I by 4 plus I by 4 0, or I by 4 plus I by 4 I by 2.
I by 2.
This is same direction, same direction. So it will become middle branch will become, which is in between, that will carry current now
I by 2.
I by 2. This is very simple, very nice trick and wonderful trick to tell what is the effective resistance. I know that if current I goes, and here in this branch, how much goes? I by 2. This is resistance R. And again, I comes back. Let's say battery was of voltage B. What current goes to the remaining part of the circuit? I by 2. To the remaining part, I by 2 goes because I by 2 has come to single branch only. It means remaining the whole circuit, entire circuit. We don't know how it gets redistributed, the country is distributed, but whatever it goes, that is only I by 2. And that is wonderful. Now we can easily tell what is the resistance. How to tell what is the resistance? We know net resistance is R net will be equal to net voltage upon net current. Current is I, net voltage is V. But if I apply KVL in this small loop, then I am getting V is equal to I by 2 into small r. Is it right or not? In this small loop.
R by 2 is
R by 2 will be R net.
Yes, very good. You are right only. V is equal to I by 2 into R. So R net is just equal to R by 2 ohm. So simple. It is just R by 2 ohm.
Sir, one can explain how AB I by 2.
AB is I by 2 by superposition. This is superposition of which case? 1 and 2. What is 1 and what is 2? This is case 1. Case 1 where B is not connected to any anything. Only A is taking the current and is sending the current to all directions. Okay. This is a current source which is connected between A, and we can say it is connected on the other end of the current source is connected to infinity. Means it is sending the current this side, and from infinity it is collecting back the current. It is collecting back the current, and again the complete cycle is there. Sending the current and collecting back the current. Now next time, case 2. Case 2 is I am having the current source which is connected between B on one end and other end is at infinity. So it is taking out the current from B and it is sending it to infinity. What is B doing? Taking out the current from the network and sending it to infinity. And what is A doing? A is taking the current from infinity and sending it to point A. Now, when both are connected together, then this current is coming into A and this current is coming from B. So I can think as if these are both joined together because these are carrying same current. B to A, single, this current is, this is single current source we are having, that is from B to A. We can think like that now. Or we can say the battery which was responsible for sending this current is of voltage B. Okay. What current it is sending? I, but how much of this is going from into A to B? Only 50% is going from A to B, remaining 50% is going to the remaining part of the circuit. Okay.
That helps.
Sir, how can you tell upward also I by 2?
How can we say?
I by 2, sir.
I is the total current, I by 2
Upward.
goes this side, then what is remaining side?
Speaking only I by 2 will go
All
upwards,
three
sir.
directions.
Yes,
you
all
can-
it is net.
Yes, sir.
It is net of those three directions.
Oh, okay.
I'm not saying it is just in one branch. It is net of those three directions. This net is equal to I by 2. This net, whatever is coming, that is equal to I by 2. Okay.
The time for
But we can't say how can
Yes,
it
sir.
distribute, sir. Can we
How
say
can?
that it distribute in the 3 branches?
I don't know how it distributes in three directions. That I don't know.
That means we can say or can't we say, that's what I'm asking.
What?
Can we find that also or not? I'm
No,
asking.
no.
We can't find it.
No. We can't find easily. That is not easy task. So this one was easy to get the net resistance without even being able to find out. It is so difficult problem. We really have no clue even afterwards how the current is distributing. Just in one step we are lost. We are not able to find out. But even then we are able to get the net resistance. That is wonderful thing. Although we have really no clue how the currents are distributed even from here to here. Why? I can say only one thing. This current and this current will be same by symmetry. Upside and downside will be same. But this side will be different now. And what it is, we don't know. Okay.
Yes, sir.
time up, sir.
Okay, then let us end it here now. Remaining networks I will take tomorrow.